nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And it came sort of abruptly, I know. Like it took maybe a week before, or like a week prior to this was us trying to connect, and then you just slipped in and everything worked out. But I just wanted to know, or I wanted you to share with everyone a little bit about yourself and where you come from in terms of astrology and
Beautiful.
combining any different modalities.
Beautiful. Okay, well, so the most fascinating thing is Kavaya and I, your partner and I, are in a spiritual women's group that we meet bi-monthly, and I get the happiest giggly phone call from Kavaya 2 Saturdays ago saying, I heard you're going to be in Sedona at the same time I'm going to be in Sedona. Now, I'm from North Carolina, so I drove out to Sedona for 3 days, and I'm staying out for 5 weeks. So this was, I noted even last night when I pulled the chart for this retreat, and I pulled Nihal's chart also. There's a lot of Uranic activity going. Uranus is very active right now in your chart and in the chart of this retreat. So when he said abruptly, that's very accurate, because it was like we connected, and sometimes you connect with folks and there's kind of a slow getting to know each other. Sometimes it's like, boom, here we are, and here we are. So, it's magic, but this is a magical time on this planet, and you can step into that magic wherever you want to, the deep, dark, black magic or the beautiful white light magic. And I think this group is really setting the intention to shift ourselves vibrationally to be in that white light magic. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So, who am I as an astrologer? Well, guess what? What I really am is a designer and a porcelain artist who also loves astrology, but I have a Gemini moon. Someone else has a Gemini moon, Sebastian. That's right. I bet he has 2 careers or 2 ideas of careers in his head. So what I do day to day is I design for brides. And whether it's a bride and a bride, a bride and a groom and a groom, there's always a bride. So, just so you know. So, I designed the wedding invitations and announcements. That led to, I designed wedding duograms, because this is what I believe, and I don't want to go on too long, but this is what I believe. Our letters have vibrations. When God spoke this world into existence, he spoke a vibration, right? And that vibration formed the particles that came together that created our world and our universe, or our universe and our world. And when we have our children, I have 2 children, they're grown, but when we speak the names of our children on them, we speak a vibration onto our children. And when our children grow up and they find their beloved and they marry, those 2 become one in a new vibration. So I create the duograms that represent the new vibration of your being, right? And then I thought, well, because I'm a business person too, all day long. You know what? You gotta chop wood and carry water too, right? So I extended my business to porcelain, and I personalized. Actually, I have some right here that I put my birth chart on. But we personalize our porcelain with people's duograms, so they're able to extend the life beyond just their wedding. But where does astrology fit into that? Well, everybody's going to get to do this at some point in time, whether you've gotten to or not. Some of you haven't even made your Saturn return yet, but some of you are going to experience the different Saturn returns or Uranus returns, or not. You won't have a Uranus return, but you'll have points on there. Well, you could if you live 84 years, but you will have the planets bringing a Chiron return was what I was going for at 51. So you're going to shift. And so a few years back, after the end of my marriage, after the end of my most beloved relationship, I really started to seek, like, who am I? And it's written over the Temple of Delphi, know thyself. And I really went on a quest to know myself. And that began with studying astrology. I started with Deborah Silver, who is a great introductory astrology teacher. I've since evolved, and that's more of a mundane astrology. It's just sort of a daily astrology. I've worked with Ann Ortley. Y'all may know her from the Weekly Weather. So she's my teacher and a great mentor who's taken me a long, long way. I even went to Italy with her. And so my most important and my most powerful astrology has been working with David Cochran and Linda Berry in vibrational astrology, which is the harmonics. So we're going beyond the wheel into the harmonics of our existence. And why is this important in Kundalini? Because why do you chant a mantra for 3 minutes?
Because it changes the subtle experience of the body. 3 minutes.
And why do you do for 5?
5 starts to change the mental patterns.
And why do you do for 11?
11 starts to change the auric field.
Right. And why do you do for 21?
21 starts to change the subconscious patterning and reprogram the subconscious.
There we go. So, in astrology, you have conjunctions, you have trines, you have squares, you have sextiles and quintiles, and you can go on and on and on. Guess what? They align. So 21 is 3 times 7, right? A trine is flowing energy. 7 is doing the work within. It's Saturnian, and it brings this work within. It makes it concrete. 3 times 7 sets it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
I have not had this reflection from an astrological standpoint at all. And I knew that everything was intertwined, but it's really cool to have this deep understanding, for sure.
I love that because each of us, Nihal is handed a piece of the puzzle. I'm handed a piece of the puzzle. As y'all all speak, Kavaya and I are handed pieces of the puzzle. And fate brings us together through a friend, Elizabeth, who is from Iowa. Right? Yeah. So, I mean, think about that. It's pretty amazing. So each of us has a piece of the puzzle, and I pulled the chart that we're going to work with in our individual groups for this retreat. And actually, Guru Jagat does not love the word retreat.
Yeah, she likes yatra.
Yatra.
I know.
But I was talking with Shakti Sita the other day, whom you may or may not know.
Yeah.
You know her. So she's here, and has a new studio, and she's going to be doing, and she's like, help me think of a word. And I'm like, remember, wordsmith. That's what I am first and foremost, right? Wordsmith. I'm like, they're pilgrimages.
I like that.
Yes.
Wow, I was kind of searching for a different name too.
There you go.
I love it.
So, this is this beautiful where we're going back to the vibration. And remember, I started with God speaking the world into existence with the vibration. And what I find most fascinating as one who considers herself ultimately on the path to know myself, but also one who is seeking to know my place with each of you. What I've done is I've done this chart. So we're going to take groups of 6. Now, I do follow the path of pollen, as Elizabeth does. That is a mutual friend of Kavaya's and mine. And so I'm a bee priestess. I'm a beekeeper and I'm a bee priestess. So I work with the bee. And so the 6 is the hex. We think of a hex as a bad thing, but we know that this has happened throughout history, right? The language and our words have been changed to be given sinister meanings, scary meanings, whatever. But if you work with the bee and you're in the hive and you find yourself in the hexagon or in the hex, you're in the place of safety. You're being held. So I'm going to work in a hex, and what I'm going to do is we're going to hex ourselves in a place of safety, knowledge, and understanding of who we are. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely. Satnam.
Satnam. Thank you.